everybody, and welcome to the Mall of Asia Arena for our UAAP, annual UAAP press con. In lieu of DJ today, my name is Boom Gonzalez, and I'm hosting for today. I'm not just telling you to eat today, I'm actually going to host our little program for today, which is going to be very exciting. It's good to see everyone, our friends from media, our friends from the press. It's not like this is the first time we're going to see each other in a while, as you guys cover everything all year round, including, of course, all the UAAP sports. But for this special occasion, we welcome you and we thank you, and thank you for braving the traffic today, Monday, just to be here. And to the athletes who are here, it's great to see everybody. Hopefully, everyone's healthy and ready to go for season 80. But before we officially welcome season 80, let's throw it back one last time, take one last look at season 79 of your UAAP.
To dare is to defy. To dare is to defend. To dare is to dominate.
Sweat, blood and tears ko, hindi mo masaya for the side. Ang lahat ginawa ko talaga for the school, for love for school.
Kaya asahan nila na ang DLS Philippines Spikers hindi aayaw kahit anong laban. We're like light years away. That's what we're trying to say here.
Kaya namin mag-champion nila.
Having redemption is our main goal. I just personally want to do my best, try to get that championship back to the Ateneo.
UAAP season 79 is a testimony to how the best young athletes in the country valiantly face every battle as they all dare to dream. Universities, one dream. Mga kapamilya, magsisimula na ang opening ceremonies ng UAAP Season 79.
Maglalaban-laban ang 8 universidad ngayong season, and they are all fired up, vying for the overall championship.
We dare dream, we dare win, we dare fly. Highest of heroes in the sky we will lead. United we stand.
I hereby swear and agree to play my game in its purest form and highest standard. Win or lose, I pledge to conduct myself and play my game in the true spirit of sportsmanship. For the glory of my sport and my university, and for the glory of God.
I declare 79th season of the UAAP Open. Let us dare to dream and let the games begin.
Every match meant displaying a higher level of performance. DJ and Diana and Clarissa and DJ is now beating the odds, meant bouncing back from any moment of defeat. Launches and gets the point. Uh-oh. Started holding on to her right ankle. Is in for FPU. Sakova! After they go, let's stop it. As the dream fuels the UAAP athletes' excellence in their respective sports. Season 79 unraveled into a story of breakthroughs. we witnessed powerful comebacks after title droughts. The first taste of supremacy became the sweetest victory. Sent defending champions straight to the three-peat. Go to Israel, it's blocked. I give you all the champions. What an ending here.
Jack Caranda continues to play like that. And it is now official in three-peat for the National University Lady Bulldogs. Once again, champions of the UAAP Women's Basketball Tournament.
Teams fought hard to reclaim the throne.
The UAAP Junior Basketball Finals got the UAAP knockout of reclaim the championship in the UAAP Junior Basketball Tournament. What a fight! This could be it. And Ateneo has reclaimed the UAAP Baseball Championship.
The new champions! They are back on top at the Manila University!
Arch rivals faced off once again for the fiercest competition.
Goes on set number 36 of the UAAP, who breaks down the wall. Let's move! Morado, he has it on. It goes on! And the University Spiders have won their next UAAP Women's Volleyball Championship. Unbelievable. Then puts it up. Oh! What a wow! Slap by and that does it. Congratulations, Nassau University Archers. You are UAAP season 79 champions.
Consistency in all divisions translated to domination.
2016 UAAP Cheer Dance Competition Champions are the National University.
And over again.
The UAAP softball finals.
Hunger for the crown never goes away. And the dream lives on. As celebrate beginnings, learn from every part of the journey. And mold athletes who will carry the UAAP legacy. A daring season closes and ushers in a season for continued greatness.
There you go, awesome. Season 79 is officially in the books. Never gets old, never gets old. Goosebumps just watching all of that. Congratulations to all the athletes, congratulations to all the winners, the champions, all the participants. It was a great year. Thank you ABS-CBN Sports for that nice little package, that little capsule. And for one last time, ladies and gentlemen, let us applaud and congratulate UST for hosting season 79. Maraming salamat. It was another banner year. All right, so that's it. We're done for season 79, and we are now looking forward to season 80, which begins in 5 days. And to whet our appetite, let us all watch this.
Auto attacks, uses the pass, and here comes Elton.
Greatness is a process from day one.
Number 3, Horseman, this time keeper Arena, with a back play of gun check time from the
Greatness is carrying the torch forward.
Here's his ball making a move with Marvin's in, and he just leaves Morgan 59. Then attacks again, left-handed shot, it's good.
Greatness is earned, never awarded. Greatness is overcoming the odds. Greatness never achieved alone.
Tell him once again, he is a monster underneath today.
Greatness is hard work, one day at a time. Greatness is rising against adversity.
It's fight night, HD, real time, in the bright lights. Keep rocking, I'll show you a big bite. Lights out, it's night. Yeah, I'm sitting on top of the fortune. I feel sorry for the suckers that wanna play. Everybody's gonna take it out someday. And if you can't take it, then get your
Greatness starts on game day.
There you go. Season 80 is upon us, and FEU, our hosts for Season 80 of the UAP. We're totally stoked. We're totally excited for all the games and everything, the coverage, as the UAP, of course, you can watch anytime, anywhere. All right, we move on, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, all of this, by the way, you can watch on SNA and SNA HD channel 166, and of course on the Philippines' #1 sports website. All right, let's get it started by acknowledging and introducing our UAP Season 80 Board of Managing Directors. We begin, of course, with the hosts. The UAP BMD President, as all welcome, Mr. Anton R. Montinola. From National University, our UAP PMD Vice President, Joaquin C. Loizaga. From the hosts, Far Eastern University, the UAP PMD Treasurer, Jocelyn E. De Leon. This time, from De La Salle University, Mr. Edwin Theodore C. Reyes. Also from De La Salle University, Mr. Emmanuel M. Calano. From the Ateneo de Manila University, Mr. Emmanuel T. Fernandez. Also from Ateneo de Manila University, Erica Caitlin T. D. From Adamson University, Reverend Father Andrew S. Bayal, CM. Together with, of course, from Adamson University also is Reverend Father Aldrin R. Suan, CM. Good morning, and welcome. Now we go to the University of the East, represented by Miss Carmelita G. Mateo, as usual. Good afternoon now. Also from the University of the East, Mr. Rodrigo M. Roque. Going to the University of the Philippines, Ronaldo U. Dizel. And from last year's hosts, the University of Santo Tomas, Gilda Maria Paz R. Camus. Okay, welcome and good morning. It's good to see everyone again. Now we move on, ladies and gentlemen, to our Season 80 coaches, I believe. Let's check just to be sure. Oh, let's start off first with our ABS-CBN executives who are joining us for today. We begin with, of course, our ABS-CBN Integrated Sports Head, Mr. Dino Laurena. Also, our SNA Channel and Production Head, Mr. Vince Rodriguez. Right there, hi sir. The Channel Head of SNA HD, Channel 166, is Jojo Neri Estacio. He's right over here. From our ABS-CBN Sports Sales Head, Mr. Ken T. is with us also. Also, let us, of course, acknowledge and say good afternoon to our UAAP Commissioner, Mr. Rene Rebo Sagisa. Are you ready this year, sir? Ready? Ready? We're ready? Looking sharp as always. Okay, now let's get to our UAAP Season 80 head coaches. We begin with the Adamson University Soaring Falcons, Coach Franz Pumaren. From the Ateneo de Manila University Blue Eagles, representing Coach Tab Baldwin, Coach Sandy Arespacochaga. From the defending champions, TLSU Green Archers, Coach Aldin Ayo. From the Far Eastern University, this year's hosts, let's all welcome Coach Olsen Racela. Welcome back as a coach this time. From the National University, Coach Jamaic Rin. From the University of the East Red Warriors, Coach Derek Pumaren. From the University of the Philippines, the Fighting Maroons, Coach Bo Verason. And from the USD Growling Tigers, Coach Rodil Boy Sablan. Ladies and gentlemen, to all welcome us today, let us call our UAAP PMD President from Far Eastern University, Mr. Anton R. Montenola, for a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Season 80 of the UAAP, the premier collegiate sports league in the Philippines. We invite you to join us on our opening weekend here at the Mall of Asia this coming Saturday and Sunday. As host, FU would like to acknowledge our partners and stakeholders, starting with the Mall of Asia. Thank you very much for this wonderful lunch and this venue, and for hosting our weekend, our opening weekend. ABS-CBN, led by Mr. Dino Laurena, our broadcast partner for many, many years. Our media partners, Tessa Haspines is here, I think. Tessa, I hope you're taking good care of our press. Our game officials here on our left side. Of course, the 8-member schools with their respective teams. Our beautiful courtside announcers. And everyone else. So may I introduce our new Executive Director, as well as Commissioner Rebo Sagisa. Thank you, Rebo.
I was supposed to say say something. So just allow me to say that I'm excited, I'm thrilled. I can't wait to start. When the idea was first floated, the only thing I had to figure out was whether this puts me in a position to be of help. And I guess the answer is yes. So my promise to the UAAP, as well as you guys and millions of fans around the world, is that I'll give whatever it takes. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that everybody does whatever it takes on their end to make sure that the UAAP reaches new heights and we go for greater heights and glory in season 80 and beyond. So guys, let's do this. I'm excited. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Thank you very much, Sir Anton, for officially welcoming everybody to UAAP season 80. Go for great. Okay, now it's that time of our press conference where we actually want to hear from our coaches. And I was told, please coaches, don't hold back and tell us everything, all your secrets for season 80. We begin with Adamson University. Coach Franz Bumaren, back at the Final Four last year. We want to start with you, Coach. Your assessment of the team, what are you most excited about? And tell us what we need to know for season 80.
Actually, I'm excited to watch the FAU LaSalle. No, because it's going to be a very competitive game. They don't get me
Pero
right.
mauuna ka ako.
Okay.
Baka hindi mo pa alam yung schedule ko.
Yeah. Anyway, idol ko kasi si Olsen eh. Nung naglalaro pa siya, pinanonood ko na. So anyway, but basically, if you look at our team, we're still relatively still a very young team. We're composed of probably only 4 veterans with more than 3 years experience. Then the rest of the team are sophomores and freshmen. So I guess we're kind of excited, but of course we have to wait and see because as we all know, other teams also have been picking up their lineup. So hopefully we can perform better than what we did last season.
Thank you very much, Coach. I just got word that Coach Franz Bumaren will be hosting next year's press conference. Okay, now from the Ateneo Blue Eagles, we want to hear from Coach Sandy Ares-Pakuchaga. Coach?
Yeah, we're looking forward to this season. I guess last year our team caught a lot of people by surprise, and we did well. And it's also a challenge for us to be more consistent in the way that we play, and we're hoping that our veteran core would do that for this coming year. We lost G-Boy Babylonia to graduation, so we have a lot of holdovers because we added 4 new rookies. So we also know that the competition is tougher. Our first game is against Coach Franz and the very tough Adamson team. So we're looking forward to the opening weekend.
Thank you very much, Coach Sandy, for Ateneo. Okay, that their first assignment will be, as he said, against Adamson University. We now want to hear from the defending champions, from the DLSU Green Archers, Coach Alden Ay.
We're excited and we're ready. We have a different team, different opponents also. So that's it.
Thank you. Don't worry, you'll get to ask questions later from Coach Alden and everybody else. As we move on, and as we said, we welcome back to the UAAP Coach Olsen Rosella from the FEU Tamaraws. Anything to say in the comment, Coach Franz, na pinapanood ka raw niya?
Ata siya. Well, kami naman as hosts this year, everyone from the FEU community is excited. From our team last year, we've lost Jose, Aaron, and Homefist. So as you can see, we're a much smaller team this year. But we'll be bringing in 5 guys from our team B, mostly guards. So you can expect a quicker team compared to last year. But like I said, everyone's excited.
from the whole community, the staff, the team, alumni, and all the students. So we're really excited for this coming weekend.
Thank you very much, Coach Olsen, and it's good to see you again. Now we move on. We also welcome back to the UAAP, Coach Jamaica Rin for the NU Bulldogs.
Well, we're going to be very competitive coming into this season. We got a very young team, pero we promise everybody that we'll give it our best. Yung pinaka-advantage namin among all the schools right now is nasa amin yung pinaka-sexy na courtside reporter. Can you please stand up and to be acknowledged? That's our advantage. We have the sexiest courtside reporter. Imagine, nag-pants pa siya. Eh kung nag-blouse siya, no, nag-dress, hindi siya na talaga yung pinaka-sexy. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for ruining our surprise. We were supposed to drop him from the ceiling. Yun dapat yung big announcement, but since he's already there, we'll get to you in a second. All right, for the UE Red Warriors this time, Coach Derek Pumare.
Coach Jamay, medyo pareho tayo sexy yan.
Kaya na tayo magkalaban sa opening. Pero mas sexy yung sa amin, slim eh. Slim.
Tingin ko kailangan mag-shorts yung dalawa eh.
Sa opening, Coach, sa opening. Dressin natin sila.
Kaya namin sinabi ni Mr. Montinolan, our beautiful courtside. Tingin ako doon sa ko eh, sa courtside. Beautiful pala eh. Anyway, sa lang ko napunta. I will still be partying with the most Filipino lineup this season. I will have 5 rookies. I will have a young team, very young team, and we're really quite disappointed with the performance of the team last season. But hopefully that this coming season will be more competitive. We'll have a better showing. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. To the courtside reporters of NU and UE, don't worry, you still have your jobs. I don't know after the press conference, but as of now, wala pa naman nagbabago. All right, for the UP Fighting Maroons, let's hear from Coach Bo Perasol.
Thank you, Bo. And katulad ni Coach Franz, talagang sa YouTube ko lang napanood kasi yung Lasal at saka FEU. Gusto ko makita yun, sa tunay. No? So, di na nga ngumingiti si Coach Alvin. And kung courtside reporter naman pag-usap, talagang tunay na maganda yung aming courtside reporter. Si Agatha. Okay? And unang text ko na natanggap kanina, bumababa ako ng aeroplano, dalawang players ko ang hindi pala eligible to play. So, napakalaking dagok sa aming koponan nito. Well, I trust the collective wisdom nung board, and syempre, nag-iisip na ako kung paano namin i-adjust, knowing that for the last year, yun talagang pinaghahandaan namin. But sana mabigyan pa kami ng panahon para makapag-adjust ng konti. So, with that, I'm also excited with this coming season.
Thank you very much, Coach Bo. All right, last but not the least, let's hear from the UST Growling Tigers, Coach Boy Sablan.
Thank you, po. We have prepared for longer this year, not like last year, and I have 8 new faces and 8 veterans this year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Coach. All right, now we are opening the floor to questions from our friends from the media and the press. I'm sure you weren't satisfied with the assessment for this year for season 80 for the UAAP coaches. Of course, the questions are also open for everybody in front of you. So let's begin our open forum. The microphone, I believe, right over here in the middle. So, oh, there's another one there at the end. So if you're ready to ask a question, remember to identify yourself and who you're associated with and who you are addressing for your question. Let's begin our open forum. JP, I believe. Okay, who can just grab the mic and go ahead. Shoot your question.
I know I'd like to ask this to comment, anything new with regards to officiating and guidelines that we want to improve upon from last year?
New guideline, bawal yata ang media sa court. So, sa labas kayo ngayon. So, officiating naman, well, they're here for the first time, all dressed up. So, that's part of our trying to put more dignity into the officiating bodies. Also with this position, I'm hoping that we're doing this for the long term. So I can't say the exact plans yet, but hopefully the yearly talks about having a permanent body for officiating will finally come to fruition. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. As for the new rules, wala naman. No? You have to take note that we're still under the old FIBA rules, that's 2014 version. There's a draft, I think, that will come up in October 2017. We will not apply that because, as you know, we cannot change the rules in the middle of the ball. So whatever we had last year, that's part of our stability. So nothing really new.
All right. I was told Ruben Dorado, I think, wants to ask a question. Pipilitin na kita pala. Yung pala yung gagawin ko. Ruben, just tell everybody who you're associated with.
I'm Ruben Dorado from Spin That Beach. My question is to Coach Alden Ayo. Coach, lalayo muna tayo sa UAAP. I hope you don't mind. Medyo naging tahimik ka pa dun sa aftermath ng Lasal FU sa Davao. Baka lang, Coach, may comment ka sa nangyari. And sa mga statements ng mga, alam nyo na, mga sinabi ng mga players.
It was very unfortunate that it happened. Sana hindi nangyari. Pero hindi na namin pinag-usapan yun. I told the boys, huwag na pag-usapan, huwag mag-post ng kung ano-ano. Actually, we were too focused on the UAAP. That right after that incident, we went to practice. And we never talk about it. Even sa mga school administrators. Actually, sila yung lumalapit sa amin and tatanong kung ano. Sabi ko, hindi naman kailangan pag-usapan kasi wala namang nanalo sa social media. If you argue or if you prove your case sa social media, lalaki lang ang lalaki. Pero hopefully, masettle, sabi ko rin sa administrators namin na if we can patch things up, the better, kasi sports naman ito hindi naman ito kung ano-ano. Hopefully, matuto tayo doon, huwag tayong pupunta sa lugar na maglalaro tayo tapos hindi mo control yung sitwasyon. So, hopefully, yung two teams may tutunan doon. Thank you, Ruben.
Coach, may comment ka ba dun sa, may accusation din sa'yo na meron ka raw sinakal natin. May comment ka ba dun?
Actually, I did not do that. Lahat naman ng coaches doon tumatakbo, may tinutulak kasi gusto maawat. I was just doing that. Kung bibigyan mo ng motive yung lahat ng ginagawa ng mga coaches doon, pwede mong lagyan ng istorya, lagyan mo ng kwento. Pero I opted not to say anything about it kasi nga lalaki na lang alam ko naman darating tayo sa point na ganito na magkakatalungan tayo So, actually I was planning not to go here kasi may mga dapat akong gawin, importante. Pero talagang sinakripisyo ko mo para mapunta dito. Just to answer your questions.
Coach Olsen, ikaw, do you have any comment about what happened?
With that, I want to close the book of that FPU Lasal. Well, sa akin lang kasi, what I always preach and tell my players in basketball or in life is to not dwell on the past and to move forward, move on, and be mindful of the present. So, yun ang palagi ko sinasabi sa kanila. And kalimutan na natin yung nangyari. And everyone's so excited about the coming UAP season, and we're excited. We're excited about our first game, and nataon pa against Lasal. So let's leave it at that, and let's all move forward and move on.
Commissioner Revo. Sir, dahil nga nasa FB agad yung laban, will there be measures, additional measures, so as it won't happen again, perhaps?
To be honest with you, no. Because we treat each game the same way. No game should be easy to officiate or difficult to officiate. Because every time you think that the game would be easy to officiate, your performance will dip. So we always demand 110% from all our officials. Of course, it's easier said than done. But we don't, there's a tendency to overreact. But we will not. We will treat this as important as the opening game, the second game on Saturday, as well as the third game preceding the FEU LaSalle supposed to be main event. The thing is, Ruben, you have to remember these are champion teams. Okay? Coming from championship positions, I expect them to behave like champions, and they will behave like champions. And you heard them, and I think I have the assurance that none of this sort will happen in the UAAP.
For the record, hindi naman, although hindi to UAAP event, may mga nagsasabi na dapat daw sanction yung mga players. For the record, by UAAP, there won't be any sanctions on the players involved in that melee sa Davao.
Okay, your question was to me as a commissioner? Commissioner level. As a commissioner kasi, I'm limited, strictly speaking, strictly dun sa technical part. No? This being out of our league, literally, I cannot, sad to say, I cannot impose sanctions. Now, whether the board, in its collective wisdom, would like to address this issue moving forward, I do not know.
So, na-mention mo na, so can I ask the board if may sanction ba sa mga players or the records on the board?
Well, for now, I'm not aware of any sanction being imposed.
Mr. Tinola, baka po comment.
No, I think it's best to move on. This was a pocket tournament in Davao, and it wasn't part of the UAP. And to try to dwell on it, I think, is counterproductive. So let's just focus on the weekend ahead, and let's request FU and LaSalle to have a really great game and end on a high note. Thank you.
Just to add, if you recall, I think the same sort happened last year in another tune-up game. But it didn't necessarily carry over to the UAP. So I'm not worried. Like I said, I'm not worried.
Siguro for the coaches, siguro teams to beat na lang po. The usual question, sino bang malakas, sino tingin yung team to beat title contender. Starting with, siguro Coach Gamay.
Well, like last year, still the top four from last year. It's going to be LaSalle, Ateneo, FEU, and Adamson. But nothing, all due respect, UP has been doing well during the off-season, di ba? Ang kaibigan kasi ito Also, siyempre, Coach Boy, galing desideryo po, Coach. Iba eh. Of course, UE still with Coach Derek. Siyempre, coming in also with Coach Boy, so like what Coach Boy also said, he prepared well and he had ample time to really prepare for this season. Diba? So, these are, kami yung parang last year lang, this year, we're gonna be coming in yung dahan-dahan lang. Diba? Gusto kami, we're just gonna compete and we're gonna have fun for 40 minutes. And we're gonna try to be competitive. And in the end, if we get a chance to get a win, we'll take it. What about Constance?
I guess the defending champions still the team to beat, so that's why still the team to beat. But well, right now we're focused on Adamson because they're a very strong team and they're our first game. So, and actually last year, one of the dark horses I mentioned was Adamson. Last year, now they're no longer the dark horses. I think you have to talk about Adamson being one of the top teams, so we're aware of that. The other team that I mentioned last year as being a dark horse is UP last year, so I think that they shouldn't also be dark horses now. I think they're one of the contenders also. Si Coach Bo kasi coach ko dati. And NU, I think, also is one of the, now the dark horse of the league kasi si Coach may kasama ko rin dati. So, dark horse yung team, hindi kulay mo. So, yeah, yun lang.
Siyempre, yung tama yung sinabi nila, yung championship last year, yung team ni Coach Alden, yung Lasal, siyempre nandiyan yung Ateneo, yung FEU, the usual suspects. Sila naman ang lagi may programang year in, year out, pipeline nandyan lagi, malakas lagi. No? But we're focused also on UST and again, wala akong nakikitang team na parang bibilangin mo na panalo. So I really see that this is going to be an exciting season for all of us.
It's gonna be Ateneo, FEU, Adamson, NU, pinagdala si Coach Jamai. And we haven't won against UP this season. Actually, na-sweep nila kami. So, delikado kami dito kay Coach Bo. And the rest, was Derek, UST.
Anyway, if you heard all the pronouncements, based on the comment of Coach Sandy, they're full of veterans. That's why it's so scary, especially as a young team. Finalist last year, like what you mentioned, I totally agree with him. I think they surprised a lot of basketball guru. They made it all the way to the finals. With that, they can bring that to the next level. So for sure, they'll be very competitive. And the Sal, they're very rich in tradition. They're still intact. The major core is still there. FEU with Kuya Olsen handling the team. I think almost the same system from his older brother. So, mahirap din. Basically, all the teams right now, the way I look at it, based from last season, everybody really prepared hard. In fact, most of the teams, I have to mention UB. I think it's the first and last time that we seated together. They joined a lot of tournaments, same thing with Coach Boy. Si Kuya Bo, I think also really prepared well for this season. So there's no assured victory for us this season. Any given playing day, it's going to be tough because everybody's well prepared, well coached. In preparation talagang longer than the usual.
Ano sinabi mo? Of course, the top 4 teams last season will still be there, but not to take anything away from the other teams. On any given night, this team can beat the top 4 teams. Thank you.
All teams are competitive. I guess all have equal chances. For our team UST, we will do our best and play our best each game. Thank you.
Same thing. Siguro from last year's season, makikita natin na Ateneo, Lasal, Adamson, but like what all the coaches said, very competitive this year. Well balanced talaga. Lahat ng teams nakita natin sa Phil Oil, malalakas. And So hindi pwedeng sabihin na yung tatlong teams lang ang talagang very competitive this year. So we expect everyone really to give it their all this year.
Thank you, Coach. I think we can all agree also, before we get to the next question, that we have a fantastic lineup of coaches and assistant coaches for season 80. That, at least, we can agree on, and that is also making the season more exciting. Okay, Theo, go ahead.
To the coaches who are going to play in the opening day, let's start with UE and NU. Your thoughts about opening day, playing on opening day? To Coach Jamay, kay Coach Derek. First game.
I think we have to be ready for NU, and we played them in the finals sa Team in Invitation, where we got blown out and we got dominated by NU. So just have to come out ready for them this Saturday.
Okay, Coach Jamay, what you?
Coach Derek is always humble eh. So, he's just playing it down eh. Diba? Kami rin, yamado sila. Diba? Yamado sila kasi they have a veteran coach, they're older than us. But one thing's for sure, it's going to be a very competitive game. And I think both of us, Coach Derek and I, will agree, the speed limit will be off. So make sure your commissioner, your referees are in shape to running up and down with us. It's going to be very fast. It's going to be very exciting on opening game. Thank you.
To the coaches who are playing at Neo and Adelson, your thoughts about playing on opening game?
Well, us, we're still in the dark right now because the last time we were able to watch it was several months ago. For sure, there's new stuff that they're preparing for, and from what I've been hearing, that they really been playing well, you know, during the tune-up games. So it's going to be tough preparing if you really don't know what's in store for you.
Coach Sam.
Well, Coach Franz mentioned that he's got a young team, but they also had a young team last year. So I think that, of course, one of the factors for their team is Coach Franz and his staff. I think they elevated the level of play of their players. So even though he's downplaying his team a bit, we know that they're a good team. They're very good players, and like I said, he's a very good coach. Naging head coach ko rin. So he's a very good coach, and we've got a very good coaching staff. And I'm sure nakakuha yan si Coach Franz ng state namin recently. Nag-alo ka lang yan. But we're excited. We know that it's going to be a tough game this Saturday.
Yung maglalaro naman sa Sunday ang USP and UP. Coach Boy, your thoughts about playing against UP?
We played with the UP last March with Coach Bo. We lost in the championship game. And we learned from it. That's why it's going to be a very exciting game. From there, medyo nagbago yung team, natuto, exposure and experience. So, we are hoping for this coming Sunday's game. Maganda yung laro ng mga UST boys. Thank you.
Coach, katulad ng nabanggit ko kanina, halos buong taon yung paghahanda namin na kasama si Coach Boy na yung aming starting center, hindi makakalaro ngayong, kung hindi makakalaro ngayong season, napakalaking adjustment yun sa parte namin. So hindi ko pa actually malalaman kung ano magiging mukha ng team namin without our starting center na starting forward.
Tapos yung Lasal FBU, Coach Adin wala si Ben, not only for Sunday for the first two games, what can you say about playing, paglaro kayo wala si Ben against FBU?
It's a big test for us. We're going to play without Ben. Actually, we're undermanned right now because Keith is still in the hospital. And Ramil and Josh, they just joined our practice last week. So we only have 10 healthy bodies. But we're just going to do our best. It will be different because we're still adjusting.
playing without them.
And to Coach Paulson, this is your UAAP men's basketball coaching debut. Your thoughts, especially Lasal pa yung unang opponent.
Wala nga eh. Any time, any game, pag Lasal ang kalaban mo, talagang kailangan paghandaan. Especially the kind of game they play. But like you mentioned, this is my coaching debut sa college, and I'm really excited to go up against all these coaches right here. I'm expecting to learn a lot from these guys, and lahat kami sa FEU is really looking forward to this game against them.
Thank you.
Thank you, Theo. Okay. Clyde is raising his hand. Clyde Mariano, ladies and gentlemen. What is the UAAP press con? Without that. Yes.
I think this question is directed to some management of University of the East, Adamson in University of the Philippines. You know, for so many years, UE, UP, in Adamson, language, in misery, frustration, in the Philippines. Now, could you promise UAAP fans that this time around, Eden would come up with decent performance to avert another type of competition between the sun and possibly if EU? Because you can answer my question.
Asking you to promise, Coach.
Ako naman, Clyde, kahit hindi ko naintindihan yung tanong mo. Kasi nasabi, para lang ma-consider kanina na nasabi na medyo lumalakas yung team namin, napakalaking bagay na sa amin noon, to be recognized in that level, hindi man lang umabot dun sa Final Four. And that is really our direction, mailagay yung aming programa doon sa mga programs sa perennially laging nagko-compete doon sa taas. And I think that we are in the right path, we are in the right direction. But it takes time, katulad din ng iba. But we're hoping that we can be better than our last season's finish.
You know, Philippines is a basketball crazy country, and there are a lot of abundance of talents in the countryside. I couldn't surmise and understand why these three schools couldn't tap this young promising talent to reinforce the team. Why?
Ipakilala mo sa amin yung mga players na kakilala mo magagaling. But yeah, you're right. Napakaraming mga talented youth sa buong bansa at hindi naman, I feel na hindi kami nagkukulang katulad nila Coach Boy, Coach Derek, lalo si Coach Derek, umaabot kasi hanggang Gen San para makapag-recruit ng mga bagong mga players. Pero alam mo, ang paglalaro kasi hindi lang pagalingan pero paanuhan rin meron ding level na mas mataas, mas nasa gitna lang, regular. So talagang pinipili namin, and it's still a battle of recruitment also. So, kung meron kang 5 magagaling na players, kanino ba pupunta yun? Pupunta pa ng Lasal, Ateneo, UP, or even in the NCAA kasi napakaraming eskwelahan din na nagre-recruit.
Dan, in other words, there's something wrong with the scouting program?
Hindi naman. Meron namang katulad din ng recruitment thrust ng bawat school. Meron kang gusto pero hindi lahat gusto ka rin. So, depende rin sa pagkukumbinsi mo. Kung meron talagang may gusto sa'yo, nakukuha din namin. Meron din kami nakukuha ang magagaling-galing probinsya.
You know, last question. You know, I covered around 20 panarong sa PRISA in other multi-events nationwide. There are a lot of coaches from different schools who travel all the way just to scout for good talent in place. That should be the time for you and the other coaches that are now languishing in prostitution to scout for new talent to reinforce the teams.
Thank you, Clyde.
Thank you.
Clyde, thank you, Clyde. Coach Bo, you gotta promise it. Well, he was asking you to promise. Promise. Okay. Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon. I'm Peter Pesha for the Standard. This is to Mr. Montenola. Sir, I heard meron kayong CSR regarding para-athletes and next week actually siya tayo yung SEA Games para-athlete. Can you talk more about this?
Why don't we wait for Mr. Barreto to discuss this later?
Yes. Okay. Sige po, sir. Next question, you have you designed a trophy? How to design? Some new design on the championship trophy, on the silver, on the medals.
Ma'am Wen Reyes can answer that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, last question. Coach Jamay, this is to Coach Jamay. Coach, kumusta yung adjustment mo sa Bulldogs as being the new coach?
Peter, kamusta ka naman?
Yes.
Well, you know, it's been very exciting. We started out early. In fact, in December, after Christmas, we started. So we had enough time to really get to know each other personally. And we were able to instill kung ano yung mga gusto namin. So like what Captain J.J. Alejandro and Matt Salem said in their previous interviews, probably we're 75 to 80% kung saan namin gusto. So yung remaining 20% kasi we're still trying to find out kung eligible pa si Danny Tifonso maglaro on his final year. So kaya mga 80% pa lang kami. Kasi si Danny Tifonso has one more playing year, Peter. So we're trying to work on that. But seriously speaking, I'm very happy where I am right now. It was just an opportunity that presented itself na I just couldn't say no. Diba? Kasi lahat naman tayo, we're all winners here and we're all competitors. So if there's something given to you or offered to you na you think that it would help you in your own way, diba? May improve mo lahat and you'll be magiging impact din sa mga bata to. So I said yes, diba? And I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very happy where I am right now. And then hopefully I can, we, not me pala, we, the coaching staff, all the players and administrators will be very competitive in this coming season 18 and make the National University proud again. Diba? Yun lang naman ang aming gusto. Salamat, Peter, at mag-ingat ka.
Napalagay mo ko Go ahead, sir. Please identify yourself and your...
Good afternoon, guys. Captain Escara from Dagat Philippines. I would like to brought up yung report ni Mr. Riego about being fan-friendly. So, to Mr. Montenola, being in your plan for season 18 to be fan-friendly, this is my first question. Ano yung magiging plan niyo for the students who are first and foremost ang pinaka-primary source ng ating UAAP?
Well, we on our 80th season, we would like to choose the best venues for the comfort of our fans and players, and we would also like to select the best or the ideal times for them to play. For example, to play beach volleyball at 12 noon doesn't sound too promising. So things like that, no? If we have some night games under the lights in Mall of Asia, that would be ideal.
Last question po, sir. Minention niyo po about sa 3-on-3 basketball tournament and drumline and children's competition in juniors. Will it take place this year?
Well, we're working on that, no? Additional events that the fans will enjoy. most probably here at Mall of Asia in the mall itself. No? And then juniors volleyball, boys and girls, will be at San Juan Arena, okay? Instead of in a university campus. The sub-host NU has arranged to have the boys and girls volleyball games at San Juan Arena. So again, that's more comfortable and practical for everybody.
Thanks, Sir Anton.
Naliliwanag ng Pinas. Last year, ang UST pinida ang dance sports bilang exhibition game. This season po ba merong exhibition game ang FPU? Thank you.
Well, we're hoping to continue with that the board is now discussing, hopefully to continue dance sport as a special event on a yearly basis. But I think, as mentioned by Mr. Montinola, one of the special events that they are hoping to start this year is the 3-on-3. So if that is something that can be done this year, hopefully it can be done in the succeeding year, similar to beach volleyball, is to indoor, and then 3-on-3 will be the counterpart for our main basketball tournament.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
Magandang tanghali po. Aaron Bayato po from DCSR Sports Radio 918. A question for Mr. Chito Loizaga. Magandang tanghali, sir. Sir, I would just like to ask for your thoughts on Coach Patrick Aquino's success in the Southeast Asian Games for our women's basketball. Do you think that this will also translate to more success for the NU Bulldogs women's basketball team? Thank you.
Well, I think Coach Pat is very complete, no, with his homework as coach, whether he's coaching with the NU Lady Bulldogs or with the national team. I guess for this coming season 18, whatever experience perhaps he went through in the recent Southeast Asian Games, I guess that will remain outside, you know, and he would look forward to putting or placing the NU Lady Bulldogs in a position to again perform its best this coming season 18.
Before I get to Theo, I think we have a question. Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon. I am Chad Santos, Sports Code Obispo from Police Files tonight. My question is for Coach Alvin. Coach, so kung tingnan ng ganyan, hindi naman ako nakapalo ng sampalan sa iyo. Okay. I don't know if you were just kidding last time, but I was fascinated to note down your words. Let me please quote. Lahat ng hinawakan kong team, you said, na first time ako nag-coach, nag-champion. Now my question is, how do you see yourself this time handling the LaSalle Green Archers the second time around? What are your chances?
Of course, we're going to compete, and every time you compete, you want to win. Gagawin mo lahat para manalo.
Pero Coach, nandiyan ba yung kaba na posibleng may champion din? Like the first time.
Importante ito, so kakabahan ka eh. Lagi naman may pressure. And every time we do this, ako, inisip ko pala yung last time na if you don't get this, then pwedeng bumalik ka sa source of ulit sa probinsya. Hindi naman ako taga rito. So, every time I compete, siyempre gusto mo manalo.
Okay, as you have said, you're a politician sa Sorsogon. Now, mayroon bang relevance yung pagiging coach ng, sa UAAP doon sa mga experience sa Sorsogon?
Malaki. Actually, if you're a politician, marunong kong handle ng mga tao. So it's all about coaching. You handle the individuals. And siyempre, yung competition din. Although magkaiba yung competition sa politics, dito sa basketball, politics kasi madumi. Kaya pagdating dito, medyo nakaka-adjust ako kasi eto sports to. And kung related yung mga bagay, well, mahirap. Kasi every Tuesday you have to go home. Actually, yun ang break ng Lasal. Yung nag-iisay kami from Wednesday to I have to go on Tuesday because I have to attend the session. So yun ang hirap.
Thank you, Coach. One more question for Coach Olsen. How optimistic can we be? Kasi po, tama raw din po ako. Alam ko yung review. How optimistic can we be that you will, let's say, surpass the records made by your brother, Coach Nash?
Well, sa akin naman, really no expectations. Kasi pag nilagay ka na expectations ng gano'n, mape-pressure ka lang eh. So, ako, I always tell my players also, ang expectation ko actually from them is just to really give their best and play hard. So, whatever the results will be, susunod na lang yun eh. So, this coming season, we're really focused on our preparation and a realistic goal really is, like any other team, is to get to the Final Four. Tapos from there, let's see what happens. So yun ang aming realistic goal this year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
To Sir Dino, aside from the usual coverage ng men's basketball, women's volleyball, tsaka men's football na TV, what can we expect for this year sa ABS-CBN Sports?
We'll be continuing the same format, no? As in the two previous seasons. Ang ginagawa namin ngayon is to get more of the communities involved. If you notice, meron na yung programa na University Town because we're trying to get more of the schools to get into the UAAP spirit. It's not just basketball, it's not just volleyball, which are the two most popular sports. We do cover the finals and the highlights of all the other events. Mag-shameless plug na ako, meron din kami ginagawa na pre-game ngayon kasi nanonotice natin na importante sa audience natin nalalaman yung all other things that are happening in the UAAP. So definitely we're having UAAP up front, which is our pre-game. Every Saturday and Sunday at 1:30 p.m. No? Hindi lang na-mention ni Com, pero ang naiba actually on the technical, which actually also involves TV, and I will beg his that ako na mag-share nun. We have TV timeouts every 6 minutes and 3 minutes, and I think this has been discussed with the coaches, and this has been a better option than in previous seasons. No? So we have 6 and 3 minutes mark for the first, second, and third quarters. Yun po yun na bago in terms of the relationship of the game and the broadcast. The coaches can call their timeouts anytime. Yun na po.
Are there any possibility na magkaroon ng some live na games ng women's basketball at women's football?
Ang live namin ng women's football at saka basketball would still be finals. We're looking at the possibility of putting live pero not necessarily on TV pero live stream dahil actually there are more of the younger people watching these games who actually follow the games online kasi hindi lahat ng tao nasa bahay na may kaharap na TV. So we're getting a lot more hits on our live stream. So we're still studying that, but nothing definitive.
Sir Long or Sir Edwin, you're dedicating this season to Yan Lariba. Your thoughts about that?
Yes, we've actually talked with our athletes. I think what we're trying to do is to have our athletes get inspired to fight this year with the fight that Yan Lariba is into now with her condition. Just to give you an update, she finished her rounds of chemotherapy and she is now preparing for a transplant, a bone marrow transplant. So maybe this is also a good time to ask for prayers from the community for a former athlete who has served the country in the Olympics. She will be undergoing that transplant probably in a couple of weeks. So that's basically our offering for her that the Lasallian community will offer this season for her this year.
Okay, any other question?
I have a question. To Commissioner. You've been here, Commissioner, Executive Director, Commissioner. What has been added to your responsibilities? Are you Executive Director? Are you Commissioner? What should we call you?
Actually, I haven't gotten used to it yet, no? Executive Director. Well, siguro when it comes to the basketball season, you can call me Commissioner. What was added was basically I get to be involved in all the sports now, so year-round. So I have a problem of trying to explain to my wife why I should be away and around sports 365 days a year. So yun po. But other than that, I'm just here to help. Help coordinate, oversee, and manage the day-to-day operations, not only of basketball, but the UAAP as a whole. Not only also that this particular event, but also the administration and management. So that was, it's a lot of work. But like I said, I'm very excited. It gives me an excuse to be around sports 365 days a year.
Are you also going to be the one evaluating the officiating of the games?
Yes, sir. But other than that, we're looking into getting the coaches involved. Oh yeah, that's something new. I will be, upon the suggestion of Coach Mike Harian, we will involve the coaches. We will have written survey forms, no? So kasi syempre, if we evaluate them, minsan one-sided. So I'd like to have input from the coaches, maybe their assistants because the head coaches are also busy. Also some from the media. So para we have a written evaluation of these coaches.
So there will be sanctions to officiate referees who are not doing their jobs.
Yeah, there's, like for the past 3 years, sir. And in fact, some of the referees are no longer returning this year. We have given them the supreme penalty of termination from the service, if you may.